there, and welcome to Your Journey Yoga. I'm Cheryl. Thanks for being here. Just checking in with you guys, and hopefully everything is going well. And despite the circumstances, maybe there's a little hope in the air that this reopening of our country, our world, is going to go smoothly. I have hope. I have faith. Taking care of yourself and doing the things that you know you need to do to make yourself feel comfortable, better, at ease as much as you can about this whole thing happening. I believe it is in the hands of something greater than us. So whatever your beliefs are, it's going to be okay. So it is what it is. And we do the best we can each and every day to keep the lightness in our heart, a smile on our face, good energy around us, good people around us. And oh my goodness, I cannot wait until I get to see all my friends. So wishing you well. Thanks for joining me again. So if you are new to yoga, I always like to say this, whether you're new or you've been on your mat a bazillion times, just take care of yourself. Do what's right. If things don't feel right today, don't judge, don't criticize. It's just not right now. We hold different things differently, and when there's stress in the air, and maybe we've been eating differently, maybe we've been sleeping differently, it all comes to play into our practice. So the biggest thing is just really focus on your breath. Let go of as much as you can around you, and just be present right here. Okay? So sitting up nice and tall. Let's give those shoulders a nice big roll up and back. Shoulders slide down and away. Do that shoulder roll once again. Make it big. Shoulders slide down and away. Close your eyes. Big deep breaths in and out through the nose. Just quiet in the mind. Connecting with the breath, setting an intention for your practice today. Find lightness in your heart, clarity in your mind, love around you. Coming to a cross-legged position if you're not already. Let's bring the hands to the shins, just below the knees. Take a big breath in and press the chest forward, arch your back, gaze to the sky. Exhale, hollow the tummy and chest, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, press it through, arch your back, gaze to the sky. Exhale and hollow. Seated cat and cow. Inhale, lift, gaze to the sky. Exhale and hollow. We inhale it up to a nice long spine, reach to the sky. Exhale, lengthen, hinge it forward. Little tap of the fingertips to the floor. Circle the arms around by your hips. Lengthen and reach to the crown of the head as you reach to the sky with those arms. Release that right hand to the floor, left arm up and over. Give a little push with that right hand. Lift the left side of the rib cage. And as you exhale, release your tummy and chest to your thigh, reaching out through those left fingertips, relaxing the weight of your head. Just let yourself sink. Once again, opening the tummy and chest towards the front of the room. Reach to the side. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, lengthen, hinge forward, reach it out. Little tap of the fingertips. Big circle of the arms around by your hips. Big circle of those arms overhead as you hinge up tall. Exhale and release that left hand to the floor. Right arm up and over. Keeping that right hip pressing towards the floor. Give a little push with that left hand. Lift the right side of the rib cage. And as you exhale, release the tummy and chest to your thigh. Reaching out through those right fingertips. Relax the weight of your head. Just letting the body sink. Once again, opening the tummy and chest. Right arm reaching to the side of the room. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, turn to the right. Left hand to the top of the thigh. Right hand behind you to the floor. Lengthen and reach through the crown of the head. Now turn your gaze towards the back. And tuck your chin towards that right collarbone. Press your left shoulder down and away. Right shoulder down and away. Inhale, reach to the sky, turn back to face front. And as you exhale, turn to the left. Right hand to the top of the thigh, left hand behind you to the floor, lengthen and reach to the crown of the head. And then slowly turn your gaze towards the back of the room. A little tuck of your chin towards that left collarbone. Now press that right shoulder down and away from your ear. And now that right palm, press it towards the floor. Sorry, left palm. Breathe. Inhale, reach to the sky, turn back to face front. And as you exhale, release your hands down by your sides. Sit up nice and tall, relax those shoulders. Take a big breath in. Close your eyes, and as you exhale, draw your right ear towards your right shoulder. Press your right palm towards the floor. And now the left palm towards the floor. Relax your jaw, close your eyes. Now ever so slowly begin to turn your chin towards that right collarbone. We want to take this slowly because this stretch can kind of sneak up on you and be pretty darn intense. So if you have a tendency to get kind of stress headaches, if you will, tension headaches, this might be really intense for you. If you've spent a lot of time on the computer, if you look down a lot, yeah, this could be really intense. Now slowly release the chin towards the chest. Keeping that spine nice and tall, just let the head be heavy. Inhale, lift the head. And as you exhale, now release that left ear towards the left shoulder. Close your eyes. Press that left palm towards the floor. And now your right palm. Press it towards the mat. Now only if it feels right, slowly begin to turn your chin towards that left collarbone. You might find that you hold more tension on one side than the other. I certainly do, and I can feel it. So we just want to let go of as much as we can. Tension hanging out in the neck, lower back, the hips, often. So we just want to let it go as much as we can. Slowly release the chin towards the chest. Bring the hands to the back of the head, interlace your fingers, close the elbows around your ears, and just gently pull the head down. Inhale, lift the head, open the elbows wide, and as you exhale, release the weight of the head back into the hands. Just let those elbows open up. Get that stretch in the chest. The arms, inhale it up tall. One more time, chin down, elbows close around the ears. Inhale, lift the head. Open the elbows, gently release your hands down by your sides. Let's extend the legs out long. Flex your feet, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, giant beach ball on your thighs, round over it. As you hollow the tummy and chest, creating space between each of those vertebrae, we reach towards those shins or towards your toes. Tuck your chin. Lift your spine just as high as you can get it. Now as you take a big breath in, we're going to flatten out that big beach ball. Reach out. Sit up nice and tall. Release the arms down by your sides. Let's open up those legs. Not super wide, not really warm, a ton yet. So we want a nice stretch, but nothing super intense. We're going to point the toes. So we're waking up through the front of the shins, all the way through the feet. Nice little stretch. Sitting up tall. Now flex your feet. Reach to the sky. And as you exhale, turn towards your right leg, hinge it forward, releasing the weight of the upper body down, hands support, and then just let that upper body sink. Now if having those feet flex is too intense, soften the feet. Inhale, reach it out, hinge all the way back up. Now as you exhale, turn towards that left leg, hinge it forward, reach it out. Release the hands, relax the weight of the upper body down.
Find your breath. Again, if you need to soften those feet, soften those feet. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Release your hands. Pull the soles of the feet together to butterfly. Hands supporting underneath the ankles. We can pull those feet in just as tight as you like them, or out as far away as you would like them. We're going to interlace our fingers, and if it feels right to you, slide those hands underneath the outside edge of your foot. If it's just holding on to the ankles, that's a great modification. Now gently press those knees towards the floor. So just getting a little love into the hips, the groin, keeping that length in the spine, always promoting that good posture, guys. Good posture helps to build a strong core. Makes us feel better, look better, stand taller. Now slowly begin to hinge forward, slow and steady. So we're hinging from the hips rather than the waist. So we've got a nice long spine. So you can tell if you're hinging from the hips or the waist by the roundness in that lower back. So we want to keep that length in the spine as we reach to the crown of the head. Now you're not going to come quite so low. If you're hinging from the waist, this happens and we hollow out. We want to keep that length, rolling those shoulders back. You're going to feel an activation in that upper and middle back as well. Great. Core strong. Now lengthen through the crown of the head and slowly rise. Now release your hands from below the feet. Let the feet slide out and away from you just a little bit. Now go ahead and round forward and just let that upper body be heavy. So they're both wonderful stretches, but they are very different. Nice deep breaths. Now starting at your tailbone, just slowly roll yourself up. One vertebra at a time. Hands slide up the shins so you sit up nice and tall. Breathe. Let's tuck that right foot underneath the left, bringing your left foot to the bottom of the knee or crossing to the outside of the knee. We sit up nice and tall. We work to get that left hip connected to the floor. Shoulders are soft. We wrap the crook of that right elbow around the knee. Pull your knee in towards your chest. Extend left arm out. Lift it high. Circle it around. Bring your hand to the floor. Press against the floor to get up as tall as you can sit. And then slowly take your gaze out over that left shoulder. A little spinal twist. Bringing out tension, tightness. Detoxifying. Hopefully you haven't been eating too bad. It's challenging. Don't judge. Just do the best of that. Extend left arm back. Circle it all the way up and over. Keep pulling that knee in towards the chest. Sit up tall. Breathe. So a little love for that left hip. Rock back to the point where you can release. Switch. Left foot comes over. Right foot to the top of the, or to the base of the knee, or to the top of the knee. We sit up nice and tall. Working to get that right sit bone, connecting it to the floor. Working to keep that length in the spine. We wrap the crook of that left elbow around the knee and pull it in nice and tight. So the more we pull it in, the deeper that stretch. Extend right arm out. Lift it high. Circle it around. Bring your hand to the floor. Press against the floor to help you sit up as tall as you can sit. Now turn your gaze out over that right shoulder. And a little tuck of your chin towards your chest. All the while, keeping that knee tucked in nice and tight. Extend right arm back. Circle it all the way back up and over. Keep that knee in nice and tight. Turn back to face front. Sit up tall. And breathe. Gently release the leg. Coming up onto all fours to tabletop. Hands are shoulder width apart, knees are hip width. If you have really sensitive knees, you can always pull your mat back on itself to create a triple layer of your mat for your knees to be against. Otherwise, we're just going to come to that tabletop position. Hands shoulder width apart, fingers spread nice and wide, core is strong. Take a big breath into cow pose, tummy towards the floor, gaze and sit bones to the sky. Exhale, lift your spine, hollow your tummy and chest, tuck your chin. Inhale it back to cow. Exhale it to cat. Let's do one more of each. Big, full, deep breaths. Coming back to that neutral spine, core strong. Shift your weight to your left hand, right hand sweeps through, shoulder to the floor, side of the head to the floor, just above your ear. Rotate your body and extend left arm to the sky, reaching up as high as you can reach. Now your gaze can be along the floor, or you can look up towards the base of your thumb, or somewhere in between. Let's circle that left arm around behind the back, forearm along the small of the back. If you can find your right thigh, take a hold of it. Otherwise, just circle that arm as tightly against your back as you can. Can you take your gaze a little higher? If ever the answer is no, honor that. We're present right here. Extending left arm to the sky. Slowly release your hand down. Coming back up to tabletop. Core strong. Let's take it to the other side. Shift your weight to your right hand. Left hand sweeps through. Shoulder to the floor. Side of the head to the floor. Just above your ear. Rotate your body and extend right arm to the sky. So as we rotate, we're lifting and we're lengthening out of the shoulder, all the way up through the tips of the fingers. Again, your gaze can be straight along the floor, or we can slowly take our gaze up to find the base of our thumb, or anywhere in between. Circling that right arm around behind your back, forearm along the small of the back. If you can find that left thigh, hold on to it. Otherwise, just tuck your arm as tightly against your back as you can. How's your breath? Can you slow it down? Can you make it any longer? We extend right arm to the sky. Slowly release your hand down and press it back up to tabletop. We tuck our toes and lift our knees just an inch off the mat. Core is strong. Drawing that belly button in and up. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, extend the legs. Shift your weight back towards your heels. We inhale it back to the hovering tabletop. Knees just an inch off the mat. Exhale and extend those legs. Shift your weight back towards your heels. Let's do that once again. Inhale it to that hovering tabletop. Exhale and extend. We inhale it back to that hovering tabletop, holding here. Breathe. Find your breath. Now we're going to have a little fun here if you like. Otherwise you can hold here. You can come to child's pose. You can grab a drink of water. If it feels right to you, we're going to shift our weight to our left hand and sweep our left foot underneath us. Bringing your right hand to your shoulder, you can bring your bottom down or keep your bottom up for more intensity. Hold. Core strong. Now bring it back to that hovering tabletop. And we're going to take it to the other side. Shift your weight to your right hand. Right foot sweeps through. Again, you can bring your bottom down or you can keep it up. Left hand is just tapping that right shoulder. Hold and breathe. Strengthening pretty much every part of our being. Coming back to that hovering tabletop. We're going to do that one more time on each side. Shift your weight to your left hand. Left hand sweeps through. Bottom down or bottom stays off and we hover. Core strong. If any part of your body is saying, please don't do this to me, honor it, you guys. Bringing that bottom down. Really a great modification. Come back to that hovering tabletop. One more time to the other side. Shift your weight to your right hand. Right leg sweeps through. Does the bottom need to come down or can we keep it up? Breathe. And come back to that hovering tabletop. Extend the legs. Shift your weight back towards those heels. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold. A soft bend in the knees so there's no pressure behind the knees. We bring the hands to the elbows and hold on. Let's gently sway side to side. Little arc around those legs. Nice big deep breaths. We come back to center, relaxing the arms. Head heavy, give it a little shake. Let that tension go. Now ever so slowly, begin to roll it up. One vertebra stacking on top of the other as you rise. With a big shoulder roll up and back, shoulders slide down and away. Do that once more. Big shoulder roll up and back, and shoulders slide down and away. Bring the hands to heart center. Find a focal point out in front of you and shift your weight to your left foot. Right knee is going to lift to 90 degrees and flex your foot. Find your breath. If you need a wall, a chair, anything to help steady you, feel free to grab whatever you need. We're going to cross that right foot above the left knee, ankle to the outside of the knee, and roll that right knee open. Almost like you've made a number 4. Now we can stay right here. Can you feel that love going on in the hip? That external rotation? We're building mobility through the hips. We're building strength in that left leg. All of those supporting muscles throughout the leg and the foot and in those core muscles. If you like, extend the arms out to in front of you about shoulder height. Now begin to sit back as low as you like. Now if having those arms extended adds a little bit too much, you can always pull those hands back in. Come as low as you like. Find your breath. And we slowly rise, pulling those hands back into heart center. We lift that right knee to 90 degrees, extending the arms out to a T. Core is strong. We can keep the arms at a T or rotate your palms to the sky, lift the arms overhead. And as you exhale, begin to press that right foot straight back. Hips remain side by side. That right hip's going to want to open. Keep those hips facing the floor. Warrior 3. Bending your supporting leg, giant step back to Warrior 1. Hips, chest, and shoulders facing the front. Arms extended overhead, shoulders soft and away from the ears. We are strong through that right leg. We are strong in the belly, a little bit of a pelvic tilt to keep that lower back safe. Inhale, straighten your front leg a little bit. And exhale, sink. Bending the left elbow, hand behind your head, right hand to the elbow, and gently press. A deeper stretch through the shoulder and through the tricep. Be mindful that right hip is going to want to pull back when we bring our attention to those arms. Now if you have tight shoulders, you are welcome to grab a towel or a strap. Take a hold in your left hand. Circle that right arm around behind you. Can you find your fingertips? Lock them if you can find them. Can't quite find them, you can keep the hand resting on the elbow or use that strap or towel. Lengthen through the crown of the head, and as you exhale, begin to hinge it forward. Reaching out through the crown of the head, pressing through that back heel. Nice long diagonal line down the back of your body. Find your breath. And slowly rise. Releasing the hands, extend your left arm, and then the right. Set your strap aside. Exhale, flow forward, hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back. Extend left leg to the sky. We can keep that left leg high, or you are welcome to release it down to down dog. Holding your down dog, grabbing a drink of water, or inhale it to high plank. Leg up or down. Point your toes. One push up. Flex your foot. One push up. Release your foot. Shift your weight to your left foot. Right leg lifts. Point your toes. One push up. Flex your foot. One more. Release your foot. Lift your hips to down dog. Our downward facing dog, that inverted V. Heels gently working towards the mat, pressing through the palms of the hands, guiding your weight back towards those heels. Feel that long stretch through the spine, down the backs of the legs. We inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs, reach your sit bones high. And as you exhale, let your heels sink. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse one leg up. And as you exhale, left arm comes down, right arm reaches high. We lean in and reach. Extend towards the sky, reach towards the floor. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, other side, lean in and reach. So we're lengthening towards the sky, we're reaching towards the floor, creating this amazing stretch all the way down the sides of the body. Inhale, reach. Pull the hands to heart center. Find that focal point out in front. We shift our weight now to our right foot. Left knee lifts to 90 degrees and flex your foot. Again, if you need support, come close to a wall, grab a chair, whatever you need. We cross that left foot above the right knee, ankle to the outside of the knee, and roll that left knee open. Find your breath. Hands can remain at heart center or extend those arms out to shoulder height. Turn your palms to the sky. Feel all those little stabilizing muscles working hard. Now stay strong through the core and begin to sit it back. A little or a lot. As deep as feels right to you. So the deeper you sit, the more you're going to feel this into that left hip, and you're going to ask more of that supporting leg. Find your breath. Slowly we rise, pulling those hands back into heart center, lifting that left knee to 90 degrees. Extend your arms out to a T. Breathe. Now we can keep those arms out to a T, or we can lift the arms overhead for more intensity. As you exhale, press that left foot straight back, hinging forward to a warrior 3. Squaring those hips, that left hip wants to lift. We're not going to let it. Bending your supporting leg, giant step back to warrior 1. Hips, chest, and shoulders face the front of the room. Shoulders soft and away from the ears. Feel the length and the strength in that left leg. Bending that right elbow, hand behind us, left hand to the elbow, and gently press. Really nice little tricep stretch. Opening up to the chest, stretching through the shoulders. Breathe. Now again, if you have tight shoulders and you know this, and you happen to have a strap or a towel, you can bring that strap or towel, take a hold of it in that right hand. Left hand circles around behind. Can you find your fingertips? Lock them if you can find them. Now be mindful of those hips. That left hip wants to pull back. Don't let it. Lengthen through the crown of the head, core strong, begin to hinge it forward. Long diagonal line, all the way down the back of the body. Pressing that left heel into the mat. Getting a really nice stretch for that left calf. Breathe. Just checking in. Your entire body. We're working it all, my friends. How does the body respond? Lengthen through the crown of the head and slowly rise. Releasing your hands, extend right arm. And then the left, set your strap or towel aside. Exhale, flow forward, hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back. Extend right leg to the sky. Now you are welcome to keep that right leg up or release it down. Holding your down dog, grabbing a drink of water, or inhale it to high plank. Leg up or down, point your toes. 1 push up. Flex your foot. Again. Release that right foot. Lift the left, point your toes. 1 push up. Flex your foot. 1 more. Release your foot. Lift your hips to down dog, and we meet back in down dog whenever you're ready. We inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs, reach your sit bones high. And as you exhale, let your heels sink. We shift our weight to our right foot, left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot through. Back heel to the floor, windmill your arms up to warrior 2. Hips, chest, and shoulders open to the side. Shoulders soft and away from the ears. We lengthen and reach to the fingertips. We roll that left knee open. Core strong. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. Exhale and sink. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Open hips, chest, and shoulders to the side. Reach it out over those left toes as far as you can reach. When you can't reach anymore, left arm down, right arm high. Triangle. We lengthen and we reach. We extend through the fingertips. If it helps, spread your fingers wide. Breathe. Now keep that extension. Close your fingertips. Rotate that left or that right palm towards the front of the room. Reach it up and over. Long line all the way down the right side. Reach out through those fingertips. This should feel so good that you want to groan. You're allowed. Inhale, lift that right arm to the sky. And as you exhale, slowly release that right hand down. Place your hand along the inside of your left foot. Adjust your foot if you need to. Rotate your body and extend. Left arm to the sky, reaching up as high as you can reach. Now that right hand can be nestled up right next to that left foot. You can cross the hand to the top of your foot or to the pinky toe side of your foot. Reach out as high as you can reach. Find your breath. Revolve crescent. Revolve triangle. As you exhale, slowly release that left hand down. One hand on either side of your foot. Front knee bends. Back heel comes off the floor. And again, that was a revolve triangle, not a revolve crescent. Sorry about that. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, lift your hips, straighten that front leg, back heel down, front toes lift, square your hips, and draw your nose towards your knee. Find your breath. We inhale it back to that runner's lunge, and let's bring both hands to the inside of your foot. Allow that back knee to come to the mat, top of the foot to the floor, and we're going to let that left knee roll open. So we're just rolling over to the outside edge of that left foot. Core remaining strong. Now we can stay up on the palms of the hands or come down onto your forearms. Maybe it's one forearm and not both. It's whatever works for you. Close your eyes, relax your jaw. Nice big deep breaths. Now let's slowly come back up to the palms of the hands. Pull that left knee back in. One hand on either side of your foot, tuck your toes, lift your hips, sweep it back. Extend left leg to the sky. Go ahead and open up your hips. Add a flex to that left foot, a bend to that left knee, and draw your heel towards your bottom. Breathe. Extending left leg to the sky and slowly releasing it down to down dog. Great opportunity to grab a drink of water, take a break, or inhale it to high plank. Left hand goes up and out in a diagonal line. One push up and pull it in. Right hand up and out in a diagonal line. One push up and pull it in. We've got one more each side. Left hand up and out. One push up. Pull it in. Right hand up and out. One push up and pull it in. Lift your hips to down dog. We shift our weight to our left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot through. Back heel to the floor. Windmill your arms up to warrior two. Hips, chest, and shoulders open to the side. Arms extended out to a T. Rolling that right knee open in line with the hip. I want you to feel strong, solid, fierce in this warrior two pose. Feel that extension from fingertip to fingertip. If we have a soft hand, we lose that intensity. Inhale, straighten that front leg just a little bit. And then exhale, sink. Now inhale, straighten that front leg. Open hips, chest, and shoulders to the side. Reach it out over those right toes as far as you can reach. When you can't reach anymore, right arm down, left arm high. Lengthening and extending out of the shoulder, up to the tips of the fingers. Again, if it helps, spread your fingers wide. You can probably get another ½ an inch in there. Find your breath. Now close the fingertips, but keep that extension. Rotate your left palm towards the front of the room, reach it up and over. Long line, all the way down that left side. How's your breath? Inhale, lift that left arm to the sky, and as you exhale, slowly release that left hand down. Place your hand along the inside of your right foot. Again, adjust your foot if you need to. Rotate your body and extend. Right arm to the sky, reaching up. Revolve triangle. Now that left hand can be nestled right up to the inside of that right foot. You can have your hand resting on the top of the foot, or you can cross to the pinky toe side of the foot. Lengthen and reach out of the fingertips. How's your breath? What is your body telling you? Shaky's always good, you guys. In whatever pose you're in, shaky is always an amazing place. That just means you're working your tail off. Slowly release your hand down. One hand on either side of your foot, front knee bends, back heel comes off the floor into a runner's lunge. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, lift your hips, straighten that front leg, front toes lift, back heel down, square those hips, and draw your nose towards your knee. Breathe. We inhale it back to our runner's lunge, bringing both hands to the inside of your foot, back knee to the mat, top of the foot to the mat, and we're going to let that right knee roll out. As that right knee rolls out, we roll onto the outside edge of our foot, getting into the hip, the groin, keeping the core strong. Now we can stay up on the palms of the hands, or come down onto one or both forearms. Relax the weight of your head. Soften your face, soften the eyes. We are not forcing things to happen. We are kind and we are mindful of what the body is telling us. If the breath is labored, if you are panting, if you are holding your breath, you are too deep, my friends. Slowly we come back up to the palms of the hands and draw that right knee back in. One hand on either side of your foot, tuck your back toes, lift your hips, sweep it back. Extend right leg to the sky. Go ahead and open up those hips. Press that left heel towards the floor. Now add a flex of your right foot. Draw your heel towards your bottom. So as we bend that knee, drawing the heel towards the bottom, really nice stretch through the front of that right leg, those quadriceps. Yep, we're getting the left hamstrings and the calves. We're getting a little stretch for the belly. We're strengthening those shoulders. Extend that right leg to the sky and slowly release it down. Holding your down dog, grabbing a drink of water or a strength challenge if you like. We inhale it to high plank. Let's take it down in thirds on the toes or the knees. Take it 1/3 down. So all the while, the elbows are pointing straight back. The biceps are going to brush right against the rib cage. 2/3 down, just past half. Your lowest crocodile, shoulders no lower than those elbows. Lengthen and reach through the crown of the head. A third lift. 2/3 lift, just past halfway up. And all the way up to plank. Lift the hips to down dog. We inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And as you exhale, let your heels sink. We inhale it to high plank. Super slow. Crocodile down. Take your time, we're melting. Elbows straight back. Biceps right against the rib cage. Press it through up dog. Knees to the mat. Walk your hands back to tabletop. Take a big breath into cow pose, tummy towards the floor. Gaze and sit bones to the sky. Exhale, hollow, lift the spine, tuck your chin. Press the floor away with your hands and your knees. One more time each direction, just noticing. Hopefully this feels a little different than it did when we started. Exhale and hollow. Letting go of tension and tightness. And coming back to that neutral spine. We're going to open up those knees. Keeping the knees right in line with the hips. If you'd like to turn sideways so you're on your mat, by all means. Now we're going to work to keep the knees and the hips in line, okay? Feet, they can be close together. They can be out with the feet flexed. Whatever works for you. You can come down onto your forearms. Now we're going to let those knees just gently slide open. As much or as little as is right for you. But be mindful of those hips. They're going to want to come forward or they're going to want to sit back. We want to keep that line, right in line with the knees and the hips. Find your breath. Now you can come down all the way onto your tummy. Whatever works for you. If you're like, whatever, you're in good company. Find your breath. So we're just going to kind of hang here for a moment and give our body an opportunity to realize we are not going to force things to happen that aren't ready to happen. We're just going to let gravity do the job here. Our job is to let go of the resistance. Breathe. Take one more good breath in and out. As you inhale, lift your hips, draw those knees in, sit it back to child's pose. Nice big deep breaths. And as you're ready, walk your hands up. Come over onto one hip. Sweep your feet around and slide on down to the top of your mat. Extending the legs out long, flex your feet, reach to the sky, and as you exhale, lengthen and hinge it forward. Tummy down first, then chest, hands, and then the nose towards the knees. Bringing the chin towards the chest. Let yourself melt. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Rock back to the point where you can pull those knees in. Circle the hands around behind your thighs. Lift your chest to boat. Find your breath. Slow it down. Now, if you're taking special care of your lower back today, you're going to bring your hands here, keep them here, or perhaps bring them behind you. Letting the hands rest to support some of that weight. Lower back feels amazing. Extend those arms out. Releasing that support adds a pretty decent amount of intensity. Drawing that belly button in and up. Bring the knees to touch. That's going to activate those adductor muscles. Add a flex of your feet. Just recruiting more and more muscles. If you like, lift your shins. Maybe make them parallel to the floor. If you like that, but you need a little support, you can always add that. Are those knees still touching? If you like, begin to extend your legs. Flex those feet. Breathe again, shaky is good. How's that spine? Are we still sitting up tall? If you like, lift your arms. That's a whole different animal. Find your breath. So maybe you need to adapt with the legs to lift the arms. So there's tons of different variations we can do. Open those arms out to a T. Bring the hands to support. Bend the knees. Lift the chest. Now extend those legs, point your toes, keeping the support or releasing it. Slowly lower your legs. Keep that belly button drawn in. Slow and steady. Heels touch, reach to the sky. One more forward fold, lengthen and reach. And relax the weight of your head. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Soften your feet. Close your eyes. Core strong. Slowly roll yourself back. And relax. Draw one knee in towards your chest. And then the other. Hands to your shins just below your knees. Pull your knees in nice and tight. Gently rock side to side. We come back to center, extending the legs long. Flex your feet. Lift those fingertips towards your toes. Core is strong. If you like, lift the upper body. Reach towards those toes. Keeping that belly button drawn in. If you like, keep those shoulders off the mat and slowly lower the arms and the legs. Now rise. 2 more times just like that. So if that's more than you like, lower the upper body and just work with the legs. Keeping the small of the back on the floor. Just slow and steady, lowering and lifting. Now here, take a hold behind the calves, the thighs, the ankles. Lower the upper body and start to pull those legs in. So we're working to keep those legs as straight as we can. We can use just the strength of the arms, or if you like, wrap the forearms around the back of the calves, fingertips pointing towards your heels. Use the strength of the arms to pull that upper body, or the legs towards the upper body. And then begin to lift. Nose towards your knee. Slowly releasing the upper body back down. Gently releasing through the arms. Bend your knees. Keeping that right knee tucked in, extend your left leg out and down. Right arm extends out to a T, left hand to the outside of the right knee, and gently pull your leg across your body. Keeping both shoulders on the floor, turn your gaze out over that right arm. And just close your eyes. Now we can stay right here. Or if you like, bend that left knee, draw your foot up towards your bottom. Reach down with that right hand. Can you find your foot? Take a hold of it if you can find it. And then work to draw that right shoulder back towards the mat. Gaze is out over that right shoulder, or just close your eyes. And gently release that right arm, releasing and extending that left leg. Release your left hand and roll it back to center. Extend right leg to the sky. Point your toes, lengthen your leg. Little external rotation through that hip. Reach out to the toes and slowly lower your leg down. And allow it to come to rest. Left knee comes in, left arm extends out to a T, right hand to the outside of the left knee, and gently pull your leg across your body. Keeping both shoulders on the floor, best you can, and turn your gaze out over that left arm. Now just close your eyes and breathe. If you like, bend that right knee, draw your heel up towards your bottom, reach down with that left hand. Can you find your foot? Take a hold of it if you can find it, and then work to nestle that left shoulder back to the mat. Find your breath. Gently releasing that left hand, extending that right leg. Release your right hand, roll it back to center. Extend your left leg to the sky, point your toes, lengthen your leg, little external rotation through that hip. Reach out through the toes and slowly lower your leg down. And allow it to come to rest. Bringing the hands to the tummy. One hand just below your belly button, one just below your sternum. Close your eyes. Let go of the rest of the world. Now as we set our intentions for our practice, now we set our intentions for the remainder of our day. We are going to do our very best to promote positive energy within us and around us, helping those that we are connected to
remain as positive as possible, to keep the hope and the faith that everything is going to be just fine. Positive energy is contagious, my friends, as is negative energy. So really focus on staying positive. Let the light shine within you and on you. Hopefully allowing the sun to shine on your face today. To feel fresh air. To share love and concern for people we love and care about. Keeping that precious connection. Letting those whom you care about know that you're thinking about them and wishing them well. Do your part to make this world a better place, and it will be. Let's gently draw one knee in towards the chest, and then the other. Hands behind the thighs, safely rock yourself up or just come up to a seated position. We find a comfortable place. We rest our hands, we close our eyes. Feels right to you, turn your palms to the sky. Gently bring your index finger to touch your thumb. Otherwise, just find a place for the hands to rest. Slow, steady breaths. And as we bring our practice to a close today, I always like to finish with just a few words. They're always something that you're welcome to take with you, or just let them float on by. I face each day with a smile on my face, love in my heart, and the spirit of alignment. Gently open your eyes. Take a big breath in, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, pull the hands to heart center. As always, my friends, my wish for you today is an amazing day. Stay safe, be well, stay healthy. Do your part to take care of you, and the world will be a better place. Thank you for sharing your time, your energy, and for choosing to share some time with me. Take care. Until the next time, Namaste.